All right, folks, today's date, August 11th, 2022, and I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves as we watch another CPI pump unfolding. Okay, Bitcoin just tapped out, reaching nearly 25,000 before rolling back over. We're going to cover that and more in today's update. Really looking forward to it. Before we get any further, though, I got a very special announcement. Today, I am going to be on the Around the Blockchain show. That is BitBoy Crypto's roundtable discussion show that he has every day at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I'm going to be there. I will be making an appearance representing the XRP community, and I'm really looking forward to that one. It's going to be a really fun session. And this is just one of 2 times that I'm going to be on that show this month. So the first one is today, August 11th, and I cannot remember the second date offhand. But really looking forward to that. I'll make sure you guys get the announcement on that. Other than that, though, we will be talking about the CPI pump that is unfolded today. Some interesting developments, Ripple looking at Celsius. And then we have some more current event stuff to touch on real quickly, too. Really looking forward to this session. Let's get right on into it. I appreciate all of you guys. This is the greatest transfer of wealth in world history, and I am your host, Zach Rector. At the time of this recording, let's check our prices. Bitcoin's down to 24.6 for Bitcoin. It tapped out, could not break 25 grand. As I expected, would not break 25 grand. And I'm kicking myself right now because you guys know I was in a Bitcoin short and I should have exited. What was that, 2 nights ago? I was going to exit. I was up in profit. And I knew that we were going to get another CPI pump. So what's happening is the bots, the algorithmic bots that really control this market, the market maker magicians, they set these bots in motion, and it's just an army of AI bots that buy this thing up, and then that pushes the retail sentiment as well. Because the inflation came in at 8.5%, it is not higher than it was last month, and so it is viewed by everyone as relatively good. This is relatively good for us. Inflation's not getting worse. It's still not good. It's still 8.5, like nearly record high inflation, highest in 40 years, but it's not getting worse. So let's pump. That is the bots don't think though. The bots just do what they're programmed to do. And so when it comes in, the inflation is less than expected. The bots have the trigger to go in and buy it up. So we get this pump. We get all the way up here to 25K, Ethereum at 1911 at the time of this recording, and XRP's at 38 cents. Now, this is 7 a.m. on the West Coast. The markets have just opened up. So, folks, we'll watch this one closely, but I'm expecting us to roll over here sharply. In fact, as soon as we touch 25K, we got a pretty good red candle down, but we'll continue to watch that one. And remember, guys, I'm not here to be all bullish. Long term, no one's more bullish. I believe in the utility of these cryptocurrency projects long term, solving trillion-dollar problems, absolutely bullish. But in the short term, I'm not here to just say the only way is up, and that's the only way we're going to go. So I'm going to try to keep it real with you guys and help you guys see through the manipulation and the BS that is pushed out here by the mainstream financial media and by the forever pumper influencers. Okay. Wall Street Silver reporting U.S. food prices in July had the largest annual increase since 1979. But don't worry, your government says inflation was 0%. Yeah, the White House and then Biden said that inflation was at 0% in July. That was just a little slip up there by Joe. By the way, what will we do about oil prices when the strategic oil reserve is empty? Good point. This is the worst number I think that I've seen. I mean, because this is what matters. If we don't feed ourselves, it's going to be riots in the streets. Very simple. Look at all these other countries that can't feed themselves, that are having energy crisis, gas shortages. They're hitting the streets in the millions, and they're overthrowing their governments, which it might be time for some of our government officials to step down and step aside. Just in rental costs in the U.S. surpass an average of $2,000 a month for the first time in history. So if you were paying below $2,000, your rent is below the average here in the United States. So we have the average monthly rent up to $2,000, and we have our food prices increasing at the highest amount ever since 1979. Folks, strap in. We got a ways to go. Been warning about this situation playing out for much, much longer. We still got a ride here. Be ready, have a plan. We talk first things prepping essentials, second things cash flow, and then we talk about investing in all the different asset classes. So you got to get it straight. You got to have your prepping, you got to have your essentials, then you got to get your money right, and then you decide how you want to invest. That is the priority for me as we go through a recession. Charles Gasparino. We got to talk briefly here about this Trump case. Charles Gasparino, huge shout out to Charles for being one of the few in mainstream financial news to cover the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. Now he's talking about Donald Trump, and his legal team will likely seek a court order to force the FBI and Justice Department to turn over a physical copy of the search warrant, the affidavit, and a complete inventory of what was taken in the Mar-a-Lago raid. Story developing. I believe they actually did end up doing that, and we'll see if they are able to turn that over. Now, we found this post. Now, this is just some TikToker pointing this out, but they're showing lawandcrime.com. So this does appear to be a solid source. And it's crazy. In the year 2022, you almost do get better information off of TikTok sleuths, Twitter sleuths. Just the decentralized media landscape provides better information than going to turn on your TV. Anyways, TikToker points out Trump has a massive active lawsuit against a large group of powerful establishment elites. On August 4th, Trump submitted a motion to deny any request to dismiss this case. The next day, 8/5, judge issued a search warrant for Mar-a-Lago, and then just a few days later on 8/8, that search was conducted. Okay. Then we have Chuck Calesto. This is hilarious. Breaking report. Facebook's new AI computerized chatbot, BlenderBot 3, tells Daily Beast reporter it believes Biden stole the 2020 election from Trump. I do believe that it was rigged. I think he did win. Wow. Now, that's not me, guys. This is Facebook's new AI computerized chatbot. So take it up with Facebook. This is not me reporting this, okay? But let's see what happens. We have a massive lawsuit against powerful establishment elites, and then now we're seeing the move against Trump. Now, I have a video that's about to drop actually after this live stream. It's going to be dropping on TikTok, and it'll be dropping on YouTube Shorts as well. It's just a short 1-minute clip where I'm explaining the timeline, the Trump timeline of events that I think is about to play out, and I'm just going to briefly say it right here. So I think that Trump will be arrested. I think that is going to cause skirmishes. I don't like using the word civil war, but I think that's going to cause some issues in the United States, a little bit of chaos, a little bit of disorder in the United States. At that same time, we're going to be going through a full-on economic meltdown collapse. We're also going to be seeing, I don't like using the World War III term. I don't like using Civil War or World War III. I think it's too dramatic. But I think that we're going to have multiple war fronts being fought, as we already seen. The situation in Taiwan just hasn't gone hot yet, but you're seeing it's brewing over there. We have a situation in the Middle East, and then we also have that situation over in Ukraine, Russia, amongst other war fronts that are being fought as well. So let's run through this. Trump gets arrested, full-on economic meltdown while civil war / skirmishes taking place, while multiple war fronts are being pushed on the world war front, all before he comes back and returns to power in the 2024 election, I believe. Now, this is just my belief. And so, people keep on telling me every time, even though I say I don't care what your comments are about, stick to crypto, bro. Oh, wow, can't believe you support Trump. No, I'm not supporting Trump. I'm just saying how I think the world stage events play out. If that offends you, then this is not the channel for you. Go back to the hopium smoking Bitcoin boys talking about bullshit, because I don't got time for that. Okay, we're just going to stay straight to the truth. How do we take advantage of the greatest transfer of wealth in world history? We don't care. We don't get offended by people. We don't care what other people think. We continue speaking the truth, and we continue to move forward, press on with our plan, our strategy to take advantage of this opportunity. We are not going to fall for it. Now, Michael Burry right here. NASDAQ, a bull market because, okay, here we go. This is the thing, is these kids are getting excited. They think we're in a bull market once again. Everyone's having FOMO. Oh my gosh, did I miss the bottom? Well, check it out and look what's happened historically. NASDAQ, a bull market because it is up 20% off its low? Michael Burry asks. Who makes this stuff up? After 2000, the NASDAQ did that 7 times as it fell 78% to its 2002 low. Now, what's important to look at here is we had a 22% pump. We had a 28% pump. Okay, I see you guys can't even really see this chart. Let me back out. So during the bear market of 2000 all the way to the 2002 low, we had 7 times as it fell 78% to its 2002 low. 7 times that we pumped, 30%, 30%. And there's even one down here. I got to pull this up. I can't see this chart. Sorry. 51%, 43% pump for the NASDAQ. So that tells me that the cryptos, the Bitcoins, and especially the altcoins, they could do a 100% pump. Like literally, they could do a 50 to 100% pump in the midst of a downtrend all the way to those bottom lows. This is just history, guys. We got to go pull up these older charts, which Bitcoin is trading like a tech stock, just like the NASDAQ. And so it is relevant to pull up this NASDAQ chart from 2000 that had pumps 7 times as it fell 78% to that 2002 low. So do not fall for this CPI pump. Crypto BitLord. The last 3 times Bitcoin had this pattern on the daily, we dumped an average of 40%. Right now it's happening again and could rug us to 14K. What makes this time different? The thing that makes this time different is the numbers and the data are worse. That's the truth, guys. And I've been showing this. So I just do doofus more on TA. I'm not a technical analysis guy. But I was pulling up and showing these charts with you guys with my Discord here. These patterns that we've been seeing play out. We've seen this play out. I was just going back till May. This guy, BitLord here, he's taking us back to the new year, back to November. And we've seen this pattern play out 3 times on the Bitcoin daily chart, and we have an average of a 40% dump. And so what have I been saying on my technical analysis? As I said that we could go anywhere from 15 all the way down to a 40% dump. So my targets for Bitcoin would be all the way at about 20,700, give or take, all the way down to 13K. So, give or take around those numbers. Folks, strap in and be ready. Do not fall for this fake CPI pump. As I explained at the very beginning, the bots are programmed to buy this. The masses are programmed to be living in fear. So they have a fear of missing out. That's why they run in to buy up these assets after they start to pump a little bit. They're so focused. You guys should all turn off your notifications on these exchanges and these platforms that tell you, oh, XLM's up 5% today. Oh, this crypto's up 7% today. They send you those notifications to trigger you into buy, to have FOMO. It's all noise. Okay. But we have great news. Wells Fargo just made a statement here recently. They published this whole white paper, basically. Wells Fargo Investment Institute, wellsfargoadvisors.com. This is a whole paper on cryptocurrency. But in this, they actually call XRP a digital currency. So they have stable coins, store of value, which is hilarious that they have Bitcoin in there as a store of value. They have exchange tokens, smart contracts, utility tokens. They include Filecoin. That's kind of interesting that they picked Filecoin for utility. But then in the digital currency category, they have XRP, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. So once again, we're starting to see the financial institutions come on board now that we know we're on the brink of regulations. We're on the brink of getting that green light. The institutions have already prepared themselves behind the scenes. They know what to expect when these laws get passed, when the regulations get rolled out. And it's very interesting to see how they note that XRP is a digital currency in this document. Okay. Now, continuing on, we got news that Ripple is interested in acquiring bankrupt Celsius Network assets, Reuters reports. Okay. Now, this is when I first saw this, I was thinking, well, what does Celsius have that they want? Because Ripple already has an exchange that's built into the XRP ledger that they can use and build on top of. So it wouldn't make any sense really to buy their exchange. Obviously, there's no reason to buy the Celsius name. But I believe what they're going after is going to be some of the remaining assets that are sitting on Celsius, and then potentially going after their customer base. I mean, Celsius was a thriving business at one point while the Ponzi scheme was going on. But as Ripple stated not too long ago, Ripple has been preparing themselves to make moves right now, mergers and acquisitions, M&A deals. During this bear market, they're sitting in an incredible position, very cash heavy. And so now they can pull up, and whether they're just trying to hype themselves or not, like this is what we see companies do. This is what firms do. is they'll just report this. They'll give this tip to the news organizations, and then the news organizations will push it. It'll pump the stock price. It'll hype the stock. Obviously, Ripple has not IPO'd yet, but nonetheless, I believe that Ripple is probably taking a serious look at some of the assets, and they're kind of just saying, yeah, we're in that position. We are that guy. That's what Ripple's saying by reporting this. So nonetheless, we'll continue to watch and see what happens. In my opinion, I was looking at Ripple to kind of acquire actually a traditional finance bank is what I was looking for them to do, but maybe they want to go the route of buying some of the assets of Celsius. I don't think that they're interested in buying any of these exchanges. They have the XRP ledger already. There's really no reason to buy any of these exchanges, but yeah, and I don't really think that they're interested in the retail customers anyways. I don't know how many customers Celsius had, but I don't know. I think that Ripple is just focused on much bigger issues, trillion-dollar problems. I don't think that they really care. Like Celsius, these billion-dollar companies that we're making, that's pretty good money. That's pretty impressive, right? But I think that Ripple is just out there to solve trillion-dollar problems plus. I don't really think that they're looking to be an exchange for retail traders. But nonetheless, it wouldn't be hard for them to, create a solution like that, or to buy one of these exchanges and to be able to offer that for retailers. But we'll see. We'll continue to watch. The beautiful thing is seeing that Ripple is in this position. They bought $1.7 billion worth of XRP in Q2, right? They can go drop hundreds of millions and they can go drop a billy on buying some of these assets. They really can, okay? Now, it is official. The former head of the JP Morgan Precious Metals business, the former head of the JP Morgan Precious Metals business and his top gold trader were convicted on charges they manipulated markets for years. So, folks, it has been confirmed as we've been speculating. We've been waiting for the confirmation. Here it is, and this is just a couple of the guys from JP Morgan. And JP Morgan was just one of the companies that was manipulating the precious metals gold markets. And so this is why we've taken positions in our precious metals. And if you're looking to acquire some precious metals, I have someone that can help you roll over your 401k. Or if you're just looking to go buy some precious metals, head on over to my website, zachrector.com, or you can find it in the description of all my videos, precious metals link. Just hit that link and they will set you up. If you're looking to roll over your 401k, or if you're looking to just go buy some precious metals as well, they will ship it directly to you. Now, personally, I believe in holding silver right now, and I believe that gold should be considered if you have already established a lot of wealth. If you already have, considerable amount of wealth, gold makes sense. I think that because we're expecting such larger gains in silver, silver being even more manipulated than gold, we're expecting massive gains in silver. But nonetheless, if you guys head to my website, zachrector.com, at the very top, you will see a link for precious metals. You can just hit that, enter your information in there, and then someone will reach out to you and get you in touch if you're looking to get some precious metals or roll over your 401k. If you're worried that your 401k is going to continue getting wiped out, well, you could at least preserve some of that by sitting in some precious metals. But nonetheless, we've taken a position in silver. I am looking to buy XRP here, the next dip that we get. And I am looking at some other cryptocurrencies as well. But in the time being, guys, we need to stay focused on our strategies. This situation gets a lot worse. As you guys saw, the food prices have been rising at the highest amount since 1979. Average rent price over $2,000. Okay, and we're starting to see the strategic petroleum reserves, our oil, is getting depleted. We have had gas and diesel prices drop. I think I just paid $4.20 for diesel, and I was paying upwards of $6 for diesel just a month or so ago. So huge shout out to Joe. Good job, Joe, for bringing down gas prices. Really happy, and I think you're doing really good. Even though it looked like you were struggling to get off of your helicopter there yesterday, dropping your glasses, couldn't even put on your suit jacket. But hey, I'm sure you'll figure it out, Joe. With that being said, I appreciate all of you guys, and continue to enjoy the show. Continue to invest in yourself. If you're looking to join our community, learn our strategies and program, it's all over at zachrector.com. I'd love to see you guys there. With that being said, if you guys could share this message far and wide, I would greatly appreciate that. And I will see you guys at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern on Around the Blockchain, representing the XRP community on BitBoy Crypto Show. Really looking forward to it. Thank you so much. Take care and God bless.